Good morning, everyone. It is Stitch Along Friday, and this is Thea. I'm Thea, and I want to wish you a very happy Thanksgiving if you are in the USA. I have a hesitation about saying American because I'm North American and I'm in Canada. So anyway, you people in the United States, I hope you're having a wonderful Thanksgiving. We wish you all the best. As you know, Canada has had its Thanksgiving last month, and we also had a wonderful time. So I know that most of the basis of Thanksgiving is gratitude and thankfulness. And I am truly thankful for for my blessings, I must say. I think also, it's really good to have two different occasions, for me anyway, two different occasions to remember that being thankful is one of the most healthy psychological states to be in. And it is actually so positive that I love celebrating with you as well. Wishing the rest of the world a happy Thanksgiving, even if you're not celebrating it in your country. It doesn't matter. It's still wonderful. So now I'm going to refresh my screen because I always have to do that in order to be able to find your comments. And there they are. Good morning, Lisa and Marcia Buckingham. Oh my goodness, it's starting to get a little cool there for you, isn't it, in Dallas? Like in my mind, Dallas is a warm, hot place. So it's odd to think of it as 57. That's, of course, about the same as it is here. So I guess we have similar climate today. Hello, Anita Farhayan. Good to see you also. Very nice to have you here. And it looks like there's going to be a number more people coming on board, but, they take a little while. There is about almost a 45-second lag sometimes between your comments and when I say something or when I see your comments. So be patient during this chat. It is only Facebook run after all. If it was like right on, I would be able to, in other words, if it was exactly the same time, I would be able to respond at exactly the same time. And I think if and when I ever go Zoom, or I could go Zoom or I could go YouTube, one or the other, then I think it'll be a little bit more closer. We can actually chat back and forth almost. As it is, we have to wait for some time before I see yours and you see mine or you hear mine. Good morning, Donna Granger. It's 48 degrees. I think it's cooler where you are. Well, mind you, we've got the sunshine outside and it's been really cool overnight. I can't really quite say cold because I can still go outside and not freeze to death. But anyway, welcome, Donna. Congratulations for having yet another chilly day in Berkeley. Carla, I'm on. You are. You are here. Springfield, Missouri will be in the 20s in the next 4 days. Oh, that sounds wonderful. So not everybody celebrates their Thanksgiving. I have a feeling that the United States generally has a Thanksgiving weekend that starts on the Thursday and goes right until the Monday, right? That's what most people do. Take a whole big 4-day holiday. Well, that's a good idea. And that is a good idea also because everyone's needing to get busy decorating their tree for Christmas or whatnot. I'm writing this book now. I think I've told you this, that I've written a book, or I'm in the process of writing it, and it gets so complicated. And I forgot. I actually said it in November and December, and I forgot all these people have to be decorating their homes. So I have to go back into my chapters and make sure that I include, people decorating their homes or their lawns or whatever. It's so funny. I did include the lighting in the Beacon Avenue in Sydney, but I did not include anything else. I think tomorrow we're going to have a Santa parade in Sydney, so it's going to be fun to include that in the book as well. I am so glad because around here I have so much information and local color to put in my description. So it is actually really fun to describe things. Oh, I hear a start. When Richard says, when I start talking about writing, I find it difficult as anything. It's more difficult than designing to me, but it's a challenge and I absolutely enjoy it. Don't know why it started to come around for me to talk about this book, this mythical book that may never get published before Christmas. Anyway, Marcia, you have a cold coming. You have a cold? Oh, you have a cold something. You have cold weather coming next week with the lows in the low 30s and highs in the 50s. That sounds about right for November, end of November, and I hope you don't get too much snow too quickly. Marta, good morning. Snowy. Oh, you've got snow blistery this morning. This in the Dax. Oh, yes, it is. It's definitely around zero. And wishing you all the best with your snow. Bundle up tight. I am not as cold here, that's for sure. Brenda Lichlier, hello. Even pretty cool in Southwest Florida. Oh my goodness, there it's never that cool there. My partner Richard in Mazatlan says, it's bearable outside now, Thea. Isn't this wonderful? And I said, absolutely, because I'm coming down in 2 weeks and I want it to be really nice down there, like not too hot. Carla says, 20 degrees Fahrenheit, thank you. Very nice. And Ellen says, good morning to you, Thea. Good morning, everyone. Windy and wet here today. Ellen, it's always lovely when you make sure that everyone knows where you're from. And I'm not saying that you have to add that in, but really, the majority of the people here are from the United States, even though there are a number of people also from other countries. But they don't usually come on board live. And the fact that you do, Ellen, is just such a nice thing. I can't tell you how much I appreciate. I was thinking about you this morning before the thing, and I thought, oh, Ellen just comes on every Friday morning. You're just so sweet to come on board. And I picture you in a Scottish, not a castle necessarily, but in a kind of like a cottage. Tell us a little bit about where you live-ish. I mean, you don't have to pinpoint your address, but like approximately where you live. And what the countryside is a little bit, if that's okay with you. I'd love to picture you in more than just Scotland. Let's see, who else is here? Louise Fossa, hello, everyone. And Elizabeth said, hi, Thea, out and about with my mom. See you next week. Very nice. I'm glad that you're there. Maybe you can check in with us and watch the replay, Liz. Say hi to your mom for me. Kathy Joan, good morning. Louise, very cold and windy in Niagara Falls. Yeah, I bet it is. Kathy Joan, 42 in California. Are you kidding me? So it is warm there. Now, Berkeley is a lot further north than Sacramento. That I know, but that is a huge change from where Donna is. Are you sure it's not 30? Oh, I'm thinking, you see, here I am. I'm imagining you in Celsius. My brain did not function there for a minute. So 42 Fahrenheit, which is like cool, very cool. Marty says here in the docks, we're getting our lake effect snow showers. Yeah, I know about those. I never really liked them when I was living in Toronto. Actually, I should call it Toronto because that's what Canadians call it, Toronto. Anyway, I lived there for about 1.5 years when I was in my 20s, taking care of a family, a very rich family in a very rich house. And I was the au pair girl and taking care of the daughter, the one daughter that they had. And I entertained, the lady was Finnish and the man was German. And they had this beautiful house with an indoor pool. It was just like glorious. And this was a job that I had so that I could make money enough to come back to the West Coast because I just ended all my travels through the Far East, and I'd done that for about 1 year. So, backpacking and that whole thing, along with all the other hippies in that time frame. I'm not ashamed of that time, definitely. It was a wonderful, wonderful beginning of the 20s. And then reality hit. And I got married, had children, and everything else was very much the same. But I sure had about 5 years of this kind of freedom that I don't think too many previous generations managed to get. And now I don't mind traveling, but I'd rather not. I'm ready. I'm definitely done with a lot of traveling. Let's see. Kathy Jones says Berkeley is about 2.5 hours from me. Yeah, I'm sorry. I was just thinking about Celsius and Fahrenheit in the wrong way. I thought it was 45 degrees Celsius, which is really hot, like really hot. Leslie says, good, very early morning from cold, wet Adelaide. Oh, I'm so glad you put in your actual city. Thank you. And 11 degrees should be getting warmer weather. It's nearly summer there. Yes, it is. And it's not topsy-turvy from our point to your point. We're topsy-turvy to you, right? I know when I went to visit in Australia, people in Australia said to me that they didn't like it when we called them down under because we were down under to them up here. And again, I'm doing it again. The words make all the difference. Anyway. I know that you're right side up, Leslie. And thank you for in telling us you're in Adelaide. Marty, could you show us the backs of the mini crackers? Is there a space or do the stitch edges meet? Good for you, Marty. Ask that question and hopefully she will answer in the discussion group rather than right here, but it would be nice to see that picture. That's a really good question. Ellen says, I'm in central Scotland, midway between Glasgow and Edinburgh. I said that right. Okay, good. So now we know you're in central Scotland. Do you have a village around you, or is it a big town halfway between? Are you in farm country? Is it all moors like I've been reading about when I read my historical novels? Anyway, thank you so much for any additional little snippets. Nothing major, Ellen. You don't have to write a whole novel, believe me. Okay, so what I wanted to do today, this morning, very nice to have you all here. Thank you very much for joining in. Is number one, I wanted to announce, of course, you may have already seen that the December free pattern is up. The blossom, of course, is a poinsettia. Several of you decided maybe it might be holly, but that wasn't enough of a blossom for me. Poinsettia has traditionally been a Christmas blossom, so to speak, and I hope you enjoy it. It's cross stitch. It's very tiny, so the poinsettia may not look poinsettia-ish, but you can maybe put a few back-stitched or long-stitched outlines in a dark red to show the pointy leaves over top of the cross stitch. Interpret it any way you wish. I think people get the idea that it is a poinsettia. Hello, Tammy. It's cold in Scenery Hill. We're having leftovers at Mom-in-Law, just a block or field from our house. Sounds like you're definitely in the country. Oh, that's adorable. A block is probably pretty long. Lisa says the stitch edges should meet, so that might help you, Marty. And I wanted to also congratulate several more people. We're doing the November and finishing the November blossom, so I hope that the December blossom tickles your fancy. And don't forget, everyone, download all of them. I can't tell you how many times people have come emailed us afterwards in January saying, oh, I didn't download everything. Probably not you guys, though. I have a feeling that you are on top of things here in the Facebook group. And the December pattern. And then I also wanted to congratulate let's see, who was that? There was somebody that did something special. Hang on, I've written it down, but it's in shorthand, and I'm not doing that very well. Okay, well, I'll just mention that Magali's card really touched me. Magali is in South America, and things are not that easy for Magali at this point. I don't know, she often joins in, but sometimes she doesn't, and she doesn't speak English, but she also always wishes us good wishes on the holidays, and she'll say it in Spanish. And there was a wonderful little post, and I think it meant Happy Thanksgiving to our American friends. Susan Vickery just joined, and I want to congratulate, that's what I wanted to congratulate. The people who answered Susan were very nice about her heirloom wedding. And I just also answered her this morning because I can't answer her throughout the week so easily. And you had really encouraged her. And also the lady who was also new, I think her name is Sally, and she's stitching the bling trees, and she wanted to know where to get the stuff. So first of all, the heirloom wedding is I would say, a ambitious piece for those of you who have not done Hardanger before. And there are lots of tricks and tips that could be given over the time. So if you are listening to this and you want to know something more about Hardanger, come to this group, and I will give you some hints as to how to go about doing, for instance, something as big as the heirloom wedding sampler, because the bottom of it is so long, like it's about this long, all the Hardanger in there. And personally, this is one hint that I do very often, I do not cut everything in the entire space. I almost always cut one section and finish it, and then another section and finish that. And I find that things stay much more stable when I'm doing that. If for instance, there's a maybe you're doing a runner for that matter, or something that has a lot of Hardanger in it. Don't cut everything. Cut pieces or sections, and then you do the finishing in there, if it makes sense. I mean, you've got to be able to make your paths right when you're weaving and doing the needle weaving. But if you can, and there is an obvious section that you can do at one time, then do that. That's my hint for the day. If anyone has any other hints, always let us all know. Don't hesitate. Okay. I also wanted to congratulate Lynn Molitor for her tiny biscornouement. I think that's how you say it, because Linda's design was made in France, because she moved from Florida to France, first with her husband, and unfortunately passed away, but then she has daughters in England. So because she lives in the south of France and she has dogs and she just loves it there, I'm not sure if she's still there, but she was at the time she made the biscornouement. So she made them, and they were not just biscornouments, because that's like ornaments, but biscornouement because that sounded so French, and I love the name. So the one that Lynn did, it's just adorable and beautifully finished, by the way, Lynn, if you're listening to this, beautifully finished. So don't diss yourself, okay? I know it's really finicky. It's like this small. I don't know how you did it, actually. I haven't done it. And also, Robin wanted a cupcake from one of the Just Cross Stitch magazines, or I think it was from one of the Just Cross Stitch and Donna, thank you so much for answering her. I just love it. I don't know how you managed to get, like, how do you have that organized at your fingertips? Or did you, I mean, you must have looked it up. Anyway, and someone else mentioned, yes, I think it's a good idea that you can always buy them on the website. So thanks for that also. But phenomenal that you have been able to give Robin that hint. I haven't talked to Robin for such a long time, Donna, and it is really nice to see her name, your name popping up all the time, and to see hers too is very cute. And Karen Lang apparently showed a photo of the gingerbread village on her mantle. I couldn't believe it. I think I counted 9 buildings that she's done, and I'm going to show you one more of them right now, which is the bakery. The bakery has a lot of sides, and when Lisa and I first contemplated this, because I always made sure that when I was starting another gingerbread house, that I conferred with Lisa, because she was going to be doing the finishing. And as you can see, this is the actual construction. So it doesn't look that good, but you can see that it has a building on one side of it and the the rectangle on the other side. So when you put them together, that works really well for the bottom part, as you can see. But guess what? The really hard part was right up here. Oops, sorry. This was the hard part, right, Lisa? This mathematical thing. And I don't know how you did it, Lisa, but in general, I think we worked this out together with paper patterns. And we kind of made this fit the paper patterns rather than the other way around. It was really fun to do. I don't know, Lisa, you did a magnificent job. This is probably one of the more difficult and challenging roofs to do in the gingerbread village, right, Lisa? I think you probably remember it quite well. And as you can see, the stitching kind of stops here too on this part of the roof right here. It has to stop, and there also. So, it was a labor of love. Anyway, I wanted to tell you that because, of course, baking is one of the things that people are going to be doing probably this weekend quite a bit. So this is how you enter the bakery. This is the front door, as I recall. Wait a minute. Then I believe you go into the shop. Oh, no, this is the front door. My mistake. I'm sorry. This must be the back door or the side door. Anyway, this is the front door. Hey, wait a minute. Let's get it straight here. I have to keep things a little bit straight. There we go. And you can see that that's the bakery itself, where people are at the ovens and they're baking inside. And then here is the shop. So they're not doing the baking in here. They're just showing in the showcases are all the different little baked goods. And look at I love this awning, and then the lace curtains. Oh my God, I absolutely love that. And still, there they are, still in the bakery itself. And here again, this is in the extension of the bakery. They're doing the baking, and look at how they're facing away in this side. Okay, and they're facing towards you in this side. Okay, so there's a method to my madness. It wasn't all just random. I did try very hard to make the windows show what was going on inside. The bakery is probably one of my favorites for sure, but it is the piece de resistance, or the pièce de résistance of the village, because it is more difficult than some. But there are other ones too that are also challenging, not difficult, but challenging for sure. And any of this finishing is simple. It is literally simple, because around the outside of all the pieces is a pearl cotton, number 8 pearl cotton, over 4 back stitch. And the back stitch goes around each piece, and then you just whip it together with all the back stitches all the way around. And the back stitches meet, right? The roof back stitches meet with the side back stitches and the other side. And so you just basically keep stitching them all together. And I think what Lisa did in general was she would take a piece like this and it would go all the way around. And she would take this piece and she would do all the sides together at once. And then all the sides together and put those together and then add the roof. I think that was the general idea, but you know, you can use your own imagination as to how you're going to do your finishing of gingerbread. But if you hate finishing like I do, this is why I made this. I decided that I would make the gingerbread stitching house as a flat cross stitch framed piece. I used one of the Mill Hill frames. I'm not sure if this is still available, but it's adorable. It has little gingerbread men on it. And I think the reason that I like this so much is because you get the flavor of, let's face it, this looks very similar, right? That's the idea. So the fact is that I chose a gingerbread colored floss, so that if you can get that floss, then you've got the gingerbread color really dead on. And then the rest of it is just more, you know, candies and cookies and beads and stuff. So you can add your own. It doesn't have to be the exact same ones. And then all these little figures down here. I just like looking at the gingerbread house. So I really absolutely love this. I love the actual frame, but I also absolutely love the fact that you don't have to finish this very difficult at all. The back of the frame is simple, simple, simple. And choose that if you want a gingerbread feeling in your house without having to make a gingerbread building. Also, there are ornaments that I've made out of the gingerbread colored fabric, which are really fun. This is my Christmas scissors. I don't know why I put that there. I had a scissor charm, and so I put my Christmas scissors there. But you know, if you have a heart charm, you could say my Christmas heart. It won't matter. In the end, you can choose your own words. And then there was a little Christmas tree with some little buttons. If you can't find buttons, use beads, big beads, or sequins or whatever. And this isn't, you can make this another ornamental Christmas tree like one of these back here. You can choose your own decorations, no problem. This one has a little star at the top. And what I love about it is you can fit a pair of scissors in here, and you can hang it up in your tree, and it's got scissors in there already, so it looks really cool and needleworky. And one of the other last ones I wanted to show you are the mice. I don't know if you've seen these or not. I'm just going to check and see what you're all saying. Lisa says, yeah, that was the tricky part in finishing the bakery. Yeah, exactly. Donna says, I have all the just cross stitch ornament issues. Oh, that's why. And I just happened to have them out because I've been looking for dragon ornament designs. Oh, that's why. No wonder. And then you just go and answer. Way to go, Donna. Lisa says, the hardest part of finishing the gingerbread pieces is cutting the mat board. I would never have guessed. You use your, I think it's your paper quilt cutter. I think it's a rotary cutter, and your rotary cutter mat, right? So you really cut through that mat board, and it's 4-ply mat board. It's not 2-ply. So I can imagine you need to do a lot of pressure, and you need to make sure that the actual cutting is correct. And I believe I remember you, Lisa, occasionally getting really angry because it wasn't quite the right size, because once you stretch your fabric on it, it became too small because you're stretching it out. And so it is really a very delicate proposition. And so once you've got your fabric mats cut, then everything's good. Wouldn't it be great if there was like a mat cutting factory and they could just put in your measurements and they would cut it for you? Wouldn't that be wonderful? I think you can go to your framer maybe and get them cut, but that would cost a little bit. So I think do it yourselves and use a kind of mat that is like the acid-free mat from your framer, or any acid-free matting at all, because that will keep the acid from any other kind of paper will leach into your fabric and cause stains, I'm sorry to say. Okay, and Pat Henke is here. Hello, Pat. Good to see you. Good. These are the cutest other little things that I made. I think Dorothy made some of these herself not too long ago, and she did a great job. These have been sitting in my drawer, so their little ears are pinned back, but I can make those ears go up a little bit. The ears are made out of felt, dark brown felt, and of course also little pink felt insides. So let's get this one here. Let's see if their little ears, oh yeah, there we go. His little ears are up. And then there's the form, which is about like this. This is the bottom of the form. And then there's two side pieces, and they fit together like that, the same way as any gingerbread does. So you can see that there's the decoration like that there. Then there's a decoration of a cute little poinsettia flowers kind of decoration. Oh, and don't forget the little beads, the beady-eyed beads. What did I use? I actually used tiny buttons, like really tiny buttons, with white thread to give them that look that they're actually doing something. That's kind of cute. And then a little tiny triangle, pink triangle for its nose. And this is the other one where there's some blossoms and a little rabbit. And actually these were so fun to make, and I don't actually hang them. I keep saying actually. I don't hang them. I put them in my tree. And the reason that they stick is because they're fabric, right? And very light. So I just lay them and sit them on top of some branches, and I think that that's plenty. You don't need an actual hanger. And they all have these long tails, of course, not too long because they're not rats. And I made the tails also out of felt, which by the way was of wool felt. Lisa found a source for actual wool felt, so I don't use the other kind of acrylic felt, but you can use any felt you want. There's nothing that you need to do in here. You don't have to put your needles in the felt or anything, so it's okay to use any kind of felt as long as it's got that gingerbread look. I wanted very much to show you those. I have a whole drawer full of gingerbread stuff that I'm going to show you a lot of next week, but today that's all the models that I wanted to show. Let's see. That's right, you've got a rotary cutter just for mat board. Exactly. You don't use your fabric ones. Oh, that would be awful. I know you'd be just mortified. Marty says the 3 gingerbread mice set is one of my favorites. Was it you that made them? I thought it was Dorothy. I made mine different colors. No, it wasn't you. Okay, so black, gray, and gingerbread. Show us a picture, okay? When you get them out this year, let me see them. I'd love to see them in all these different. I added mini Barbie glasses. And you braided their tails. Oh, I'd love to see those. That's so cute. Kathy Joan, thank you. I really like your compliment. I appreciate it. Hi, June. June, you're here. How wonderful. Remember our being together in Australia. I'll never forget. You are my Australian buddy. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have seen anything as much as I did of Australia, and you were very encouraging. So I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here, and I hope things are okay, and that things are not too difficult for you. And I wish you a Merry Christmas, very Merry Christmas. Tammy says one of the cricket. Oh, the cricket. I think they're cricket, and they punch out things, right? I think I'm not quite sure. They can cut mat boards. You're kidding? Oh. Because I kind of thought, well, that's not for needlework, but maybe I'll have a look, Tammy. That's a suggestion I won't ignore. Thank you very much. Linda Majeski, hello. I'm seeing those adorable mice with the tiny antlers. That is such a good idea, too. Oh, my goodness. I can hardly wait to see tiny antlers on these guys. Braided tails. What was it that Marty said? Mini Barbie glasses. Oh, my goodness. Okay, if you're going to do these, and if you've already done these mice, please post a picture of your mice this Christmas, okay? 3 blind mice is too much. Thanks, Linda. Pat says, snow coming in tomorrow. Oh, I feel for you. Don't forget to stock up. Get people to deliver your groceries for you, Pat. Marty says, I'll post a pic. Thanks very much. I can hardly wait to see. June says, Merry Christmas to you too. I also have a cutter for cutting mats. You do? See, that's what we need. Because Lisa says she can cut them, but she says it's the angles. So I'm not sure if Cricut can do the angles or whether like your cutter could do those angles. But anyway, cutting mats is usually straight, right? But when you have curves or angles, that's not quite the same and not quite as easy. So I'm sure that there's ways around it for those of you who are adventurous and are able to do those kinds of things. But it's an interesting thing that I didn't know that it was the most difficult. Oh goodness, it's getting to be so late already. I did want to mention, Lisa, I've got your little ornament here. I'm just love this little ornament. You have made it so pretty. This is I guess this is the front, right? Wouldn't you say? And then these are the 2 sides. There's one here and one here. And then this is the bottom-ish, because this is where it's joined. And it says, Merry 2025 Christmas. Awesome. And I want to send this to you for sure. So I'm going to pop it in the mail today, because I think it'll get there, don't you think? I'm hoping that you'll forgive my laxness in not taking the picture. So I'm hoping to take one today. I'll have to take one outside because I don't have a tree up. And then we'll choose, because you can take a picture on your brightly lit tree. And maybe you can take some pictures with your iPhone. And we'll decide which one we choose after we both take pictures. How's that? I hope that helps. And Tammy says, yes, another cross-stitch designer suggested using the Cricut 3 to cut mat board. Thank you. I am going to look it up. I am going to look it up. Also, those of you who have not yet ordered your kits, I should say, they are now starting to run out, and I don't want you to miss out. So keep in mind, these are the patterns for the kits, but remember, these kits are going to be not repeated. And I know that those of you who have ordered have not yet received your kits. I know this for a fact because I've been working so hard with customs to get them through the border. And I believe they're supposed to be on their way this morning. So wish us luck, seriously. And Lisa will send you a tracking number on Monday if things went through, okay? So there is hope at the end of this long, horrible tunnel, which unfortunately was not all our problem at all. It was not just customs, but also the government shutting down. So there weren't any customs agents, or not enough customs agents, whatever. We are on our way, and hopefully they'll get through. Okay. I did want to mention your kits. Those of you who haven't ordered yet, order now, because if these can get through, then all of them can get through. And one of the biggest problems was time. And the other problem seemed to have been that we didn't give quite enough information. And this was only just told to me 2 days ago. So we rapidly put in all the information, and hopefully they'll get through today. Okay. Let's see who else is just chatting. Linda, I use a silhouette cameo, much like a Cricut, and it can cut some fairly thick material, but cannot cut at an angle. Yeah, bevel edge mat cutters are manual tools that could work. Absolutely. And again, I'm not the one who's doing all the finishing. That would be Lisa. Lisa says, I love the humbug ornament. You don't have to send it separately. Just send it when you're ready to send the Harmony sampler. And that will be maybe the same time. So I did want to, I'm so glad you mentioned the Harmony sampler. I'm not going to finish in time today, but I am going to show you the Harmony sampler so far. It is almost done. Okay, and I took it off the bars because it's too long otherwise. I took it off, not off the bars, but I took it off the frame. So this is the top. It hasn't yet got the beads on it. There will be beads all throughout here and here. And these are the beads that are going to be put on. You can see them in that nice little blossom vine. And then that's the next one. And I have done this. I am yet to do this middle. Don't know what to put in there yet. And this is good, but these blue things are going to also go around the outside, the top. I thought I would use a different Algerian eye color, but I think I'll keep it all the same and all the blue will be at the bottom. I love this little lace in between. That's worked out beautifully too. It's got eyelets in there. So overall, I am starting to feel like, yeah, it's looking good. So I hope you enjoy seeing a little preview of the Harmony sampling. You can see it a little bit better this way. Let's see if we can get it straight. That would be nice. There, it's fairly straight. See, the problem is getting anything straight on this camera, which is a wide angle camera, is a little bit tough, but you kind of get the idea. I think if I push this forward a little bit, there, that'll look pretty good. So that's almost done. I'm just hesitating over the that bottom, that little section in the middle. So cross my fingers, I get it finished this weekend, and then it can go on its way to you along with the humbug. That's what I was hoping for. Wonderful. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, thank you very much, Marty, Lisa. Thank you, Tammy. Also very, very sweet. And thank you also for mentioning about the angel card. This time I didn't forget. And I always get a joy out of picking it myself. And it's not because I'm picking it, but because when it's picked, it's a big surprise to me also. So I'm going to just pick it out there. Oops, I can't be looking. Thank you, Tammy. Thank you, Ellen. Marty, thank you. Music notes, good one. I did not miss that one. I was thinking this morning that the words should have been, I'd like to teach the world to sing in perfect harmony. Isn't that the thing about harmony? I was thinking I should have used those words. Apparently I can buy the rights to those words, which I didn't believe. And here I've been talking all morning. You guys deserve this. You are a great listener. I didn't expect this at all. Generally, I am the one that's quiet in the corner. So to be here speaking for half an hour or more, it is unusual. So thank you very much to those of you who are listening. Thank you. Thank you. That is our angel card for today. Keep that up because people really, really love being listened to, as do I. Thank you, Donna. Thanks very much, Louise. Have a great day, everyone. Exactly. Have a wonderful rest of your Thanksgiving holiday if you're in the U.S. And those of you elsewhere, including Adelaide and the middle of Scotland, thank you again for contributing and being part of my Stitch Along Friday mornings on every Friday morning. Wishing you all the best. I'm going to have a wonderful weekend too. Hope everyone had a great weekend and a great week ahead, says Lisa. Goodbye, everyone. Hope you have a really, really, really good weekend. Rest, because there's going to be some hectic activity before Christmas. Bye-bye.